Sunday the 19th of January. Today I'm cycling from Saumur to Chinon, and I'm just going to have a quick look at the chateau of Saumur before I go. It's still quite dark in the mornings at the moment, which is a pity, so I can't really see too much of the chateau, but maybe I'll come here in the summer one day. I think there's a lot of restoration works going on as well, so I don't know if it's open to the public just yet, so I'll have to find that out one day. Just got to the top of the hill where there's a panorama view of where I'll be going today. There's a great view of the chateau and the river from here. So time to start heading to Chinon, I guess. Today it's just an easy 20-mile cycle ride along the Loire, and then I'll be following the river Vienne to Chinon. I'm definitely travelling through wine country now. I'm just arriving in Conde Saint-Martin. This is where I say goodbye to the Loire River and the Euro 6 cycle path. And I now start heading southeast along the river Vienne. So this is the Vienne, which I'll be following now for the next couple of days. So this is the magnificent castle at Chinon. I think the castle is divided into two parts actually. There's a connecting bridge, and the reception part, this is where the other part of the defences were, but this is the main part of the castle. I think it's open, so I'm going to have a look around. Chinon is quite an attractive little town actually, and there's a very nice campsite I've stayed at a couple of times before, just on the other side of the river. So it's one of my favourite towns in France. It's quite a pleasant little place. So the castle dates back from the 11th century. You get given these for free when you buy a ticket. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm just going to play around with it and it'll be quite informative, I hope. So the story about Joan of Arc, she came here in 1429. She had a vision from God about fighting the English, who the French were fighting. This was the 100 Years' War. And she came to here to meet the king, King Charles VII. And I think this is it's not here now, I think this is where the Great Hall used to be. And the legend is that King Charles VII, he disguised himself as one of the courtiers to see if Joan of Arc would recognise who he was, and that would prove that she indeed had this vision. And she recognised him straight away. And so soon after that, they formed the French army and they marched to Orleans to fight the English there. So I'm not sure if this was the actual place. There's a couple of buildings next door, so I'm going to have a look in those now. So according to my helpful little iPad, the building just here on the left, that's the Plantagenet Hall, and then this is the History and Archaeology Hall, and then the kitchens are at the end. I'm standing now just in front of the Coudray Tower, and this is where Joan of Arc stayed when she was at the castle. And this is the interior of the Coudray Tower. And this is the view from the top. And that is the mill tower at the very far corner of the castle. I'm going to see if the gatehouse is open. And this is the view from the top of the gatehouse. I'm just going to have a look to see if I can have a look around the royal quarters and the Plantagenet Hall. So this painting shows when Joan of Arc met King Charles VII. And I guess that chimney is the chimney I was looking at in the ruined part of the royal quarters. I think I've done something to my iPad, but I don't think I really need it. A lot of these rooms are quite self-explanatory. I'm now in Charles VII Chamber of Adornment. I think this suit of armour, he didn't wear this, but this is a suit of armour from the 15th century. And this is the bedroom of King Charles VII. This is how the castle grew over the centuries. The iPads give a virtual reality tour, which is quite nice. on the other side of the castle, on the north side, this is the Dogs Tower. I think that's where they called it that because this is where the dogs were being kept. And again, from the top, a great view of the surrounding countryside. And some more nice views of the town. So now I'm going to go down into the town, have a quick look around the town and look for my hotel. So this is a view of Chinon from the river. And these are the streets of the medieval part of the town. This is my hotel for the night. This is the Hotel Café des Arts in this very nice square. So time to settle down and plan my trip for tomorrow. Monday the 20th of January. Today I'm cycling to a town further up the Vion River called Châtellerault. I'm not sure the exact name, I'll have to look at the map. The first part of the journey looks quite interesting. There's a green route which goes from Chinon to a town called Richelieu. It's a disused railway line, so that should be quite an enjoyable ride. So I'm just leaving Chinon now, and I hope to be in Châtellerault this afternoon sometime. Just arrived at the start of the cycle route to Richelieu. So I won't be needing my map now for the next 15 miles. This is the town of Richelieu. It's a 17th century new town. It was designed by Cardinal Richelieu. I think that's how it's pronounced. He grew up here when he was young and he was quite a powerful figure back then. And he had a brainchild to design a town, a walled town that was rectangular in design, and all the streets were in a grid fashion. So I'm just going to have a look around now. This is the main entrance, so all the streets were designed to run west to east or north to south, so it was quite a futuristic design, I guess. This is one of the main squares, and this is the main street that runs to the gate at on the other end. That's the south gate, and here's another of the squares. There used to be a chateau here as well, but that was demolished just after the French Revolution, and they used the stone for building other buildings here. But there's a very nice park just outside. The cycle path continues for another couple of miles, so I'm going to have a little rest here and then carry on my journey. I'm just approaching Cellette. There's a little chateau here which is worth a look. I'm just going to have a 5-minute break here. I can't pronounce the village name. I think it's Usso, U-S-S-E-A-U, but there's a gorgeous little chateau here. This is the centre of the village. This is quite a pretty little place. It's pronounced Usso or Usso, I'll have to find out. But I'm getting quite close to my hotel now, so nearly at the end of my journey for today. Nearly there now. Wednesday the 22nd of January. I've had a couple of days in Cellette. It's not really a touristy town, but I just felt like having a little rest and doing some shopping. So today I've got a 30-mile cycle ride. I'm cycling to a small town called Saumur, and I think it's going to be a very nice day today. I've just got about 100 miles now till I get to Cellette, and I'm going to spend 3 days doing it. So I'm going to cycle to Saumur today. Then from there there's an off-road cycle path heading to a town called Argenton-sur-Creuse, and then from there it's just 30 miles or so to Cellette. And I think the weather forecast for the rest of this week is going to be nice as well, so it should be quite an enjoyable little ride. I'm just approaching Saumur. It's been quite a nice day today. It's nice and sunny, a little bit chilly, but it's much better than all the rain. It's only a small town, Saumur. I've read about it, there's an abbey there which looks quite nice, and some nice river views. So I'll go straight into the centre when I get into the town and have a look. This is the Abbey at Saint-Savin. I'm just going to have a little cycle around now and see what the river views are like. And again, a very convenient hotel. I'm staying at the Hotel de l'Abbé, near to the Abbey. Thursday the 23rd of January. So today I'm leaving Saint-Savin and I'm looking for the cycle path just outside the town. This railway bridge just ahead marks the start of my cycle ride along the cycle route. This is quite a long cycling and walking trail actually. It's a disused railway line. It's about 65 miles long. It starts in the west just outside Poitiers and then goes all the way to Argenton-sur-Creuse. So for me it's about a 37-mile ride a day towards Argenton. I've just arrived at Saint-Marcel, which is just outside Argenton-sur-Creuse. I've booked an Airbnb here, so I'll be spending the night here, planning my route for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, my last day, I'll be cycling to La Cellette. Friday the 24th of January. Today it's just a 30-mile cycle ride to La Cellette. I think the weather's going to be quite nice as well today. This is the centre of Argenton-sur-Creuse. So my plan for the rest of this year, I'll be spending a couple of months at La Cellette, and then when it's summer and when the weather's better and all the campsites are open, I'll be continuing my bicycle journey eastwards, So I'll be heading towards Germany, which should be a really nice trip. Just arrived in the small village of La Cellette, where I'll be spending the next few weeks and planning my next journey. So I hope to upload this video tonight. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope to upload another one soon. Bye.